Всех приветствую на своем канале. Это продолжение Robocop Rogue City. Прежде чем отправиться к штабу OCP, тут нашел одно заданице. Вот тут мои сотрудники, офицер Курц и офицер О'Нил. У них какое-то дело ко мне.
We have here a dead campaign manager from Mills's office.
This case is urgent, but we can't get inside the vehicle to examine the corpse.
For some reason, the car is electrified. Now that everyone's on strike, there's no one to take care of it, and I don't want to end up like a well-done steak.
I am glad to be of help.
А меня,
And
значит,
if you can
током
look
не
around
ударит, да?
for clues afterwards, you never can tell with the electricity.
Задание: кто убил Саймона Пейджа, изучить машину. Вот уже что-то нашли.
I assume a failure
Отключить.
of the Magnavolt system. I will look into it.
And if it wasn't for that, we'd have probably found the car on bricks and him in just his boxers.
I wouldn't be so
Отлично.
Magnavolt is deactivated. It is now safe to investigate the car.
Great, but if you could
Изучить
take a
салон.
look inside, just in case.
Gladly.
Может, мне за вас все исследовать? Улики. Поиск улик. Вот видим, удавка.
The victim was strangled. The rope was tied with a sailor's knot.
Not everyone can tie something like that.
Slipknot. Удавка. Сережка.
There is an earring on the front seat.
Could be helpful if we find out who it belongs to.
Так, и телефончик. Что за дела? А почему не сканируется?
The deceased is holding the phone. The last number dialed is described as the office.
Was he calling his own office during the murder?
The phone, the
Certainly
earring, and
worth
a
checking.
sailor's knot. That's something to go on.
And the place itself is interesting. Less than 100 yards from the victim's office. I wonder why he stopped here.
I will go to the office to see if the victim left a message.
It's near the cinema on the 3rd floor. We need to finish here before we can join you.
Were there any witnesses?
There's that homeless guy across the street. He warned us about the current. He probably tried to steal something from the car.
Его
But it's
шарахнуло,
hard to
что
get
ли?
anything out of him. His hand is fried, but he says he doesn't want an ambulance. Says he can't afford it.
Понятно. На страховку денег нет у него.
Why would OCP get involved in this case?
Not following politics, huh? The guy was Mills' campaign manager. OCP will do anything to get Mills elected.
Yeah, if everyone hadn't been on strike, they would have brought the whole station down here.
Ну и давайте до свидания.
I will let you know if I find anything in that office.
We'll meet you there, and maybe we'll grab a burger on the way.
Отправиться в офис Саймона
Not on my
Пейджа.
watch.
Hey, I thought we were partners.
Reception. Hello. Может, его радио
The
разбудит?
long-awaited execution of the war criminal Ernesto de la Diego ended in failure when his military supporters, Red Rat, staged a bloody protest. Ernesto was acquitted to prevent further bloodshed.
Ugh, come on, please.
Агата?
Damn lock.
Эй! Вы кто такая?
May I help you, officer?
I want to speak with someone from Simon Page's office.
Then you're in the right place. Agatha Crane, Simon's assistant. But I'm afraid we have to wait for Mr. Page if we want to go in.
Why?
A keycard issue. I have to recode them every week because Mr. Page has a thing about security. But sometimes newly encoded cards don't work. I call them unpredictable little things. They can ruin even the best schedule.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
What? Oh God. That makes my schedule irrelevant.
Were you or anyone else in the office yesterday after Mr. Page left?
No. Mr. Page always stays late, and just the two of us work here.
Allow me to check the phones. Mr. Page called the office during his murder.
Of course. But first we need to get inside. Maybe you could help with the door.
Вот так вот я могу. Нарушение. Где здесь нарушение?
All calls go through my phone. It's on the desk on the right.
Так, поддельное удостоверение у него. Что еще можно исследовать?
Did Mr. Page like to sail?
It was one of his hobbies. I don't know who he sailed with, though. He kept me out of his private life.
Что, между вами ничего не было?
Organ selling and other ideas for making money?
The books were bought for show. Visitors don't look too closely, and making an impression is all that matters. Mr. Page's words.
Ключевые элементы речи Милза. Первое. Создать отвратительный образ старого Детройта. Прилагательные, которые нужно использовать. Тесный, грязный, старый, опасный, темный. Пробудить ассоциации с преступностью, опасностью и отсутствием перспектив. Второе. Продать идею Дельта-Сити. Прилагательные, которые нужно использовать. Безопасный, надежный, чистый, светлый. Пробудить ассоциации с лучшей жизнью, светлым будущим, надеждой на большее. Третий пункт. Связать Милза с пунктом 2, а Кузака с пунктом 1. Подчеркнуть, что Милз хочет для жителей хорошего, а Дельта-Сити воплотить его в жизнь. Ну да. Ох уж эти предвыборные гонки. Что здесь? Улики.
Receipts for gifts that Mr. Page gave during business meetings. Mr. Page's private schedule. Some of his meetings were so secret that he arranged them for himself. I didn't even know about them. Mr. Page's computer. I don't have access to it.
И что же мне делать, если нет доступа?
Did you find any leads? You know, perhaps you should check out Mayor Kuzak's team, as the death of Mr. Page plays into their hands.
According to his schedule, Mr. Page often met with a person marked as G. In fact, they met yesterday.
Oh, God. Could he be the murderer?
Do you know who that might be?
As I said, Mr. Page had a thing about secrecy. I wasn't allowed to view his private schedule, so I don't know all the people listed there.
What about his receipts? There was one for earrings. Who were they for?
For Gloria. Oh, God. G.
Gloria who?
Gloria Lindbergh, from Kuzak's campaign office. Mr. Page wanted her to change sides.
Do you know where she lives?
It's just a short walk from here. An apartment opposite the basketball court. I don't know the exact address.
Баскетбольная площадка. Знакомое место. Мы там искали сына Брикса. Что у вас здесь? Это же не просто так, верно? Дверь. Да? Просто так? И ничего здесь нет?
What'd you find out?
We have a suspect. I am on my way to question her. In the office, there is an assistant of the deceased.
I'll keep an eye on this place till you get back. Kurtz will be here in a minute. He just went to get us a couple burgers.
Бургеры? Какие бургеры? Полиция Америки всегда любит пончики. Вы что, кино не смотрите, что ли? Донатс. Пончики. У обычного полицейского и то квартира, ого-го, как была красиво обставлена. А тут что? Это больше на общагу какую-то похоже. Открывай. О, здравствуйте.
Are you Gloria Lindbergh from Mayor Kuzak's office?
So OCP is using less and less subtle methods to intimidate us. What do you want?
I am here to ask questions about Simon Page.
He's my political opponent. I have nothing more to say about him.
Mr. Page was murdered last night.
Oh, too bad for him. I kind of liked him. So why are you here?
We have reason to believe that you are involved.
On what basis?
We found evidence that you may have been at the crime scene.
What a surprise. Evidence found by OCP, perhaps?
Did you or did you not meet yesterday?
I was supposed to, for business. But Simon called my office and canceled the meeting.
The investigation demands that I search your apartment.
If OCP wants to frame me, you probably won't back off anyway, so come on in.
Глория. Правильно, что не сопротивляетесь.
I
Так,
was
бутылка
wondering if there
вина.
was a man hiding under that shiny armor. I have a second glass if you want to loosen up.
О, как любезно с вашей стороны. Представляете себе пьющего робокопа? Речь Кузака, черновик 1. Программное заявление «Спасти город». Ага. Что для нас значит город? Второе. История из жизни OCP. Третье. Только Кузак может спасти город. Примечание. Заставить Кузака говорить по сценарию, а не болтать не впопад. Ну, у него был первый срок, я думаю. Неужто ему нужны подсказки, что делать? Антидепрессанты?
I have a prescription for them.
Снотворное.
I can't fall asleep when I'm alone in bed.
О, когда вы одна в постели. О май! Да, у вас тут было весело.
I have various hobbies. Sailing is one of the more innocent ones.
Да, у вас богатый покровитель, я вижу. И вы у нас любите пожестче, да? А еще что у вас здесь? Фалоимитаторы, еще что?
Do you like it, officer? Such strong hands can probably tie strong knots. I lead a busy social life. It's not a crime, is it, officer?
Ну, даже не знаю. Быть может, вас наказать? Пока что не знаю за что, но просто наказать. Я думаю, вам понравится. Какая у вас большая ванная.
Is this a gift from Mr. Page?
He gave them to me when we met. He was probably trying to buy his way into my favor. I lost the second one.
А вторая я знаю, где была.
So, am I under arrest? Maybe you want to cuff me?
Be careful what you wish for. According to Mr. Page's schedule, you met often. Too often for business meetings.
That doesn't make me a murderer. Simon contacted me a month ago. He wanted me to join Mills's campaign office. We slept together a couple of times, and there was something electrifying about it. Secrecy, his connections with OCP, the consequences if we were found out. And we were. His assistant figured it out. She must have reported us, and OCP killed him. They were afraid he might give me Mills's campaign details.
You claimed that Agatha Crane knew about your affair.
Not only knew, but she blackmailed Simon. She's ambitious. She wanted to get a promotion out of it, but Simon fired her.
When was Agatha fired?
Maybe a week ago? You should talk to her, not me.
I intend to do that. Please stay at our disposal.
Missing you already.
А вы ненасытная, Милфа. Хорошее местечко. Я вас запомню.
Officer Neal, come in. Is the victim's assistant still with you?
O'Neill here. We have a problem locating her, but I can assure you she didn't leave the office. You'll see what I mean when you get here.
On my way. Keep Ms. Crane there and be careful. She is our prime suspect.
Understood.
Ну все, я пошел ее арестовывать.
Where is Agatha?
A very good question.
When you left, I came inside to take her statement, but there was no one here. Kurt showed up soon after.
We've been looking for the lady ever since, but she's vanished into thin air. She couldn't have left the office without us seeing her, though.
We must find her. New evidence suggests that she is the murderer.
Once again, let's just check every corner. She couldn't just...
Ну и куда она могла слинять?
How do we know that the missing lady is the one who did this?
She had
Быть
a
может,
motive.
здесь
She
какая-то...
threatened to reveal Page's affair to get a promotion. He fired her instead.
Странно, странно. Быть может, у нее здесь какой-то потайной ход есть? Опа. А это что такое?
A secret button hidden in the desk. This is getting more interesting.
Ну,
As
так и
long as
думал.
it's not rare,
Сейчас
I
смотрите.
think we can
Еще
pull it.
шкафчик какой-то откроется, да? Ой, как удобно.
Case
Ой,
of the
как
mysterious
удобно.
disappearance solved. Now all we have to do is open that door.
It looks like she used a computer.
Sesame.
Maybe we can find something there.
Keep reminding me of the delicious sesame sprinkled burger buns.
Не с места. Сучка.
Agatha Crane, you are under arrest for the murder of Simon Page.
It was just removing an obstacle.
You have the right to remain silent.
I had the right to do it. He didn't even realize that by blackmailing him, I proved that I'll do anything for the job. What else would you want from a political strategist?
You have the right to an attorney.
This is my attorney.
Ну давай,
I wasn't
попробуй.
born to end up in jail. I was
Сейчас
born
пуля
for
отрикошетит
great
тебе в лоб
things,
обратно.
and only I decide my fate.
There are no bullets in that gun. The clip is out.
Unpredictable little things. Again, it's frustrating when they ruin even the best schedule.
Everything will go according to plan for the next several decades.
Okay, ladies, show's over. You're coming with us. I hope they throw away the key. Because of your cold-blooded murder, I'll have to reheat my burgers.
Компрометирующие документы, фальшивые деньги, печатная плата. Хотя я этими платами вообще не пользуюсь. Я до сих пор не понял, как их использовать. Все? Вот и все. Вот она и попалась, стерва. Вернуться на улицу. Отлично. Вкрутую. Офицер Курц и офицер Унил рассчитывают на вашу помощь в чем-то они на меня рассчитывают. Пора бы уже и мне на них рассчитывать. Я им уже помогаю не первый раз. Одного полотенца принес, пока тот один был в душе. Другой вообще помог несколько раз. Все. Теперь нужно по основному заданию. Киберслед приехать к штабу OCP.
We've
Задание.
been analyzing the files that you sent us. And it turns out that the data from your evaluations have been used to prepare an afterlife presentation. And get this, it's taking place right now. To put a cherry on top, the old man is in attendance. Just find where the
Старик?
afterlife presentation is taking place, and you'll catch the old man red-handed.
Так он же при смерти.
That is how I prefer to catch criminals.
Странно. Так он же при смерти был. Как это он приглашен? А что он пип-пип-пип не делал? Почему он пип-пип-пип не делает? Троллинг, наверное, меня. Новое задание. Сам человек. Найти старика. Так-то оно так. Но мне нужен Лебовский.
I didn't know today's Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
Just let me go. You said yourself that you didn't have
Welcome
time
to
for
Omni
me.
Consumer Products.
Саманта.
I
I know who you are, lady. You broke into the security room. You're up to something.
Hey, Robo, could you resolve this issue we're having?
Саманта, для вас все что угодно.
There's been a security breach I need to investigate, but someone's got to escort this trespasser out of the building.
I could help in both cases.
Good. The breach seems like a big job. Once you're done with her, can you join me in the server room? It's just down the hall.
Sure he could.
Don't think it's over, lady. I'll check the security cameras later to see what you've been up to. Expect a visit from the police in a couple of days.
I'll buy coffee and donuts to welcome him.
You are responsible for that security breach.
I'm trying to save people's homes. Do I have to remind you what OCP is planning to do with the residents of Old Detroit to create space for Delta City?
Да нет, зачем мне напоминать? Я все помню.
I have a record of that issue.
I need to find out what the estimates are for those additional costs. As you can imagine, they don't include them in their brochures, so I have to dig deeper.
All the information I need to help those people is in the room where the security guard is expecting you. So can you help me get those records out?
I will not let OCP hustle innocent people.
You'll find the relevant data on one of the servers. I'll be waiting here to pick it up.
Саманта, я за тебя. Не бойся. Сейчас я там стащу данные. Так, найти старика. Где серверная? Серверная. Во. Отправиться в серверную.
Over here. Could you help me with these doors?
О, сейчас пинком выбьем. Или просканировать замок. Хорошо. Обнаружена неисправность. О! Даже показывает, что пинком надо выбивать все это. Что? Необходим ордер?
Someone likely
Мне?
tried to lay a hand on the data collected in this room. The security breach caused them to lock down. Can you open them?
I need permission to enter the restricted area and damage OCP property.
Do whatever it takes.
Разрешаю. Давай, тарань нахрен дверь. Ой, блин. Не нужно, говорит, разрешение. А, металлодетектор отключил. А как вы всех пускаете тогда, если металлодетектор не работает? Так, изучить компьютер. Это вон там вот. Зачем техники? Тут роботехник есть.
Better not touch that computer. If the technicians figure out that someone was messing with it, they'll be pissed.
Блин, отвлечь охранника. Что сказать? Смотри, летающий слон!
So, you're still here?
Your conflict with the head of security, what is that about?
He's a walking sack of incompetence. For example, he put this metal detector gate nearby with no one to supervise it. So that means I have to run and check it every time it beeps. And don't even get me started on the door codes. I think I can tell you that. You're an OCP cop, right? My boss made it so the new security code for each door is always some number that you can easily find around the door. Thank God the doors aren't locked with keys. He'd probably make us leave keys under doormats.
Так, это я его так отвлек, что ли?
My duty awaits.
Отвлечь охранника. Чем тебя отвлечь-то, а? Обычно на что реагируют охранники? На кроссворды? Еще на что? На чай? На, я не знаю, на перекусы какие-нибудь? Ну, в Америке что там? Пончики? Вот пицца. На пиццу, наверное, надо. Слушай, Саманта, может быть, ты его отвлечешь? Ага, смотрите-ка, я его отвлек. Я только что сейчас прошел мимо него, и он неужели не понял, что я прошел? Или, ну, я слышал, что охранники немного туповатые. Интересный USB-порт. Так, данные загружены. Ой, как все прекрасно, как все хорошо. Именно загружено то, что мне нужно, да? Hello. У него даже вопросов ко мне никаких нет. Типа, что я делал там в серверной? Почему я оттуда выходил? Эх, Саманта, Саманта. Ты могла бы, я думаю, и сама с ним справиться без проблем. Сама могла бы его отвлечь.
Estimates. Do you have them?
Make good use of them.
You helped a lot of people with this, Murphy. But there is one more issue.
Security footage.
If I'm gonna expose OCP, I'd rather not be disturbed by anyone. Could you...
Destroying evidence of a crime is beyond my programming.
Who's talking about that? Shuffling database records will do just fine. All you need to do is recharge yourself using the computer in the security room. You could sure use a pick-me-up. You look pale, to be honest.
I will do what needs to be done to protect the innocent.
Thanks to you, I'll be able to focus on what needs to be done as well.
Stay safe, citizen.
А ты сразу сказать не могла? Я бы сразу все это провел. А, или это здесь? Отказано в доступе. Просканируй зону в поисках кодов доступа. Так. Ну-ка. О, 2781. Ой, как удобно. Ой, блин. Ну что это такое? Неудивительно, что здесь проблемы постоянные. Еще бы написали, что это пин-код. Я не подключился, но скачивание уже идет. Осторожно, Мерфи, а то в голову загрузит какой-нибудь вирус. Саманта, ну не дай бог, я узнаю, если что-то делаешь не так, я твои джинсы порву нахрен.
I did some shuffling.
Thank you. The people of old Detroit will not forget what you've done for them.
Прекрасно. Спокойно такая пришла и пошла такая от бедра. Ничего не случилось. Да, в этой конторе безопасность, конечно, хромает.
A meeting regarding afterlife is taking place right now. I want to know where.
Let me check. Yes, that would be the executive conference room on the top floor. The elevators are behind me. But I'm looking at the guest list and I'm not seeing your name.
I will be the highlight.
Да. Ты чё, ты не знаешь, кто такой Робокоп, что ли?
But you don't have the proper clearance. You won't be able to access the elevators, sir.
Let me get that door for you.
Sir!
I saw that whole scene. The way they treated you. Not on my watch.
Так, ты подвинешься, нет? Милс.
Beautiful, isn't it? This view gives me hope. Shows what Detroit is capable of when not hindered by the city's worst. You probably know that better than anyone else. You deal with filth more than any of us. These miserable people, crammed into those tiny apartments like cockroaches. I swear I need a shower whenever I go canvassing in old Detroit. But not for much longer. I'm heading to a meeting about the Delta City relocations, so that we finally get the poor, criminal elements out of our great city. Exciting, isn't it? You and me together. We'll clean the city right up.
Я тебя сейчас с лифта сброшу вниз.
I wouldn't mind you giving me a nod during your public appearances.
Тебя?
We need a little push in the ratings. Remember, it's your freedom we're talking about. Anyway, great talk. Vote Mills, vote Robocop.
Короче, пошел ты к черту, я тебя поддерживать не буду. Я тебя сгною. Я тебя закидаю тухлыми помидорами. Но я тебя поддерживать не буду. У тебя проблемы, что ли? Эй, ты сейчас улетишь отсюда. Смотрите, какой огромный город. Отсюда даже и трущобы-то толком не видно, да? Смотрите-ка. Все хорошо. А как вы хотите? Целый огромный город. Это сколько бабла нужно вложить? Это сколько людей, рабочих? Вы что, с ума сошли? Это же миллиарды, сотни миллиардов долларов. Кто вам выдаст такие деньги?
There is no one here.
What? Look around. See if we're missing something.
Вот есть компьютер.
He takes nothing with him. Until now. Afterlife, OCP's answer to death itself. As a frontrunner in human-machine hybrids, OCP is focused on proving that death is no longer the end. With a number of successful prototypes, our team continues to work tirelessly to ensure Afterlife is more stable than any of our previous cybernetic achievements. We've come a long way since OCP's first cyborg.
Do not say I did not warn you.
Hi, I'm Eve.
Они вырвали из контекста.
But that's not stopping me. With the newest development in cyborg research, OCP was able to give me another chance. And now I'm back to enjoying my life. Or should I say, afterlife. Because at OCP, the goal is no longer to live, but to thrive after death. And since our friends in the government are fighting for human rights for all people that were once pronounced dead, my life will return to what it was in no time.
Under my legislation, Robocop and all future cyborgs will be granted human rights. They'll be able to live, vote, and run their businesses just like the rest of us. Vote Mills, vote Robocop.
Afterlife. Eternity. Today. Oh, sorry, I didn't know someone was here.
Так.
Eve,
It's actually Meg.
are you like me?
So you've seen the ad, huh? Sorry, I'm not a robot. Just a commercial actress.
Ах
I've been a
ты,
face for a lot of stinkers, but good luck selling
меркантильно
Afterlife.
расчетливая.
Technology that won't be available to us for the next 100 years or so, I've heard.
Where is everyone?
From what I understand, the old man canceled the meeting last minute. I don't know why no one tells me anything around here.
So he is behind all of it?
Who else would authorize funding of such a pretentious project?
So you are selling something that does not work?
That's advertising for you. At least with Afterlife, we won't get many complaints from the dissatisfied customers. Because they'd be dead, you know?
Нет. Я не думаю, что это смешно.
What about all the money that went into research?
From what I hear, OCP gave it the college try. They spent a lot of money on some prototypes, but this time they ended up with nothing. That's how it often goes with these
Я так и думал.
cutting-edge projects. I imagine there were quite a lot of unsuccessful Robocops before you came along.
Я так и думал, что, скорее всего, весь вас бюджет распилили и разворовали. Ну что такое? Ну чем они лучше нас, а?
Where did they conduct the research for this project?
I don't know, but I don't think it's in this building. I've noticed that there are always big cooling trucks parked in front of OCP when they're showing off new tech.
С охладителями. Ага. Ну ладно. Так, где старик? Я ему сейчас тросточку выдам.
Where is the old man?
Probably in his office, at the end of the hall. But I don't think barging in unannounced is such a good idea.
I disagree.
Я же Робокоп. У меня столько пуль.
Suit yourself.
Ну, старик. У этого старика имя есть, кстати?
This is a friendly reminder. A gunshot wound no longer entitles you to a day off, unless hospitalization is required. Thank you.
You have to stop coming upside down. You no longer work here.
Старик, тебе конец. Не с места.
Put your hands up. You are under arrest.
Беккер?
That's no way to talk to an acting CEO.
Глава компании?
You didn't come here to
А что со
congratulate me?
стариком?
So, you haven't heard. It's been on every channel for the past hour. Watch some TV once in a while. Life's passing you
Телек
by.
это зло.
As the former CEO of Omni Consumer Products passed
О,
away
он умер.
earlier this
Forever
month,
now hurts.
we at Channel 9 are deeply
Навсегда в
saddened
наших
by this
сердцах.
horrific tragedy. Our condolences go out to the OCP
Понятно, он
family
помер.
in these
То-то
dark
думаю,
times.
блин. Куда он
In
там
other news,
приглашен?
why do balloons make that popping sound?
Охренительные новости.
About time the old man kicked the bucket. A Japanese company is already eyeing to buy us out. The way he was managing the company lately, he'd basically run it to the ground, especially with his personal projects.
Afterlife.
Oh, you heard about that too. How desperate. Just die gracefully, you old fuck. But don't you worry about it. As an acting CEO, I'm putting a stop to all of OCP's unnecessary expenses. And that includes all of the old man's pet projects. So say bye-bye to Afterlife, and Delta City for that matter.
Wendell is still out there.
The market will take care of him. With no one to finance his stunts, he'd need an army willing to mindlessly fight for him, and for free. So there's nothing for you to worry about anymore.
Ты чё, прикрываешь, что ли?
Collecting unemployment, since I'm firing the entire police force and replacing them all with my robots.
Those robots are unreliable.
Oh, that's adorable. Especially coming from you. But you'll get to see the improvements we've made firsthand. Since I need you to come to the Arms Expo. Just don't be late. Now, you leave. Bitches, come!
Bitches. Ho-ho-ho, bitches.
It's time to celebrate. Let's throw the old man a hell of a wake. Oh, Robo. That expo thing is a black tie event. Then again, I guess that doesn't concern you.
Вы чё, это дерьмо слушайте еще?
You could arrest me, officer. I even have my own handcuffs.
Охренеть. Это он просто в наглую кичуется. Нет, я пойду отсюда. Я не знаю, может они тебя прикуют и четвером тебя изнасилуют? Но я не могу слушать этот дерьмо-музыку.
You will be informed by your superiors about the recommended ways to experience mourning. The meeting is not included as work time. Thank you.
Интересно.
The old man is dead.
Yeah, I just heard. So what do we do about Afterlife?
Becker is shutting it down.
Not the only thing he's shutting down. I just got a call from the precinct. Everyone's been fired. So what now? What about Wendell?
We wait for his move.
He'll be
Ты не
desperate.
про
I
Вендела
bet he'll try
беспокойся.
to
Ты
get as
думай,
many
где работу
supplies
сейчас
as he
искать
can
будешь.
before his money runs out. But where will he go to do that?
The Detroit Arms Expo.
Shit, that's right around the corner. I could go there.
No, stay with Dr. Blanche. Becker wants me to attend the expo. This way, I can keep an eye on unwanted guests.
I hear you.
Вот это интересно, конечно. Что-то сюжет затянулся. Вот этот Бейкер, он, скорее всего, придется арестовать или убить. Ну, что-то одно из всех. А вы что здесь торчите-то? А, вы вспоминаете? Молодой. Да у него кличка Старик. Кому премия, кому поминки. Да это Бейкер. Ну кто? Все подозрения на него. Да. А старик ко мне был очень добродушен, а вот Бейкер нет. Так что я за старика, а Бейкера на кол. Зарядить в пушку и шмальнуть его куда-нибудь подальше. Да, зря они там стоят. На верхнем этаже. Там такой кутеж начинается. Ёпрст. Просто генг-бенг какой-то. Ты за все заплатишь. Выполните миссию собственной персоной. Так, гонка вооружений. Найти Макса Беккера. Вот оно, новое задание. Так, и где... А, я уже здесь. Ух ты, какая тварь. Я чувствую, это один из боссов будет. Вот я уже вижу его, как я с ним сражаюсь. Так, и куда мне пройти? Мне что, стать здесь? Точно.
We have to be on the lookout for Antonovsky.
Do you ever just stop? We won. So smile.
Как Терминатор прям.
Smile, creeping me out.
Чё ты там с этим девчонкой разлегся, нет?
Welcome everyone to the Detroit Arms Expo, where we will
Видать,
show you
разлегся.
the newest, hottest advancements
Что
in
ты
urban
быстро?
warfare. Thank you. Thank you. Now, please, before we proceed, let's take a moment to honor the man who made all of this possible.
Ой, какой
Join me
благородный.
in a minute of silence.
Ага.
Now,
Опять
let's
минут назад.
start the party.
Не одна минута,
OCP
одна
has always
секунда
been the
молчания.
pioneer pushing the limits of what's been possible in security technology.
Такой он, блин, лицемер, а?
Those efforts
Пёс
gave us
поганый.
Robocop and Robocop 2.
Это? Это вообще хреновина из какого-то
That's
Fallout'а.
right. But much like our late CEO, Robocop is the past. We need to look at the future.
Мерфи,
Ladies and gentlemen,
тебя списывают.
it is my pleasure to present OCP's newest achievement, the UEDs, Urban Enforcement Droids.
Это что такое?
A reliable
Роботовые
solution
сиськи,
to
что ли?
crime with the push of a button. UEDs will be
Robo
exclusively
Bops.
protecting the streets of Detroit, since the police left the citizens of our city to the mercy of the criminal element by going on a strike. But no need for alarm. UEDs are ready to patrol the city today. Today will be their first major test, the protection of the mayoral election rally. Now, let's open up the floor to the questions. I'm sure you're dying to hear more about my robots, yes?
I have a question for Robocop. In view of the police strike, do you think these new robots are actually capable of protecting the city?
No.
The police did not strike. We were fired.
The police left because they felt threatened by the UEDs. And rightfully so, my machines are superior in every way. A presentation is in order to show that those are not just empty words.
I have another question for Robocop. It's about the candidates for mayoral elections.
Who cares? It can't even vote in the damn thing. It's just an OCP product.
There are a lot of people that
Блин, я
value
тебя
his
сейчас побрею на
opinion.
лысо.
Polls showed that Robocop's words and actions have influenced ratings for both candidates several times already. So, Robocop, could you give us all a definite answer and put our minds at ease? Is Mills' promise to grant you and all future cyborgs human rights enough to earn your support? Knowing you'd possibly get your freedom back?
Freedom to do what exactly? Get back with his family? Start a business? Join a bowling team?
Or will you, contrary to your creator's interest, encourage people to vote for Mayor Kuzak, OCP's loudest adversary?
А вот это даже интересно. Вот кому мне? Милза я точно не поддержу. Я отвечу вот так вот. Нейтрально.
I support no one.
That's surprising. Based on your earlier comments, many people came to the conclusion that you were siding with Kuzak. But I think we can take your statement as a withdrawal of support.
Well, there you have it. Now we can get back to why we all gathered here. My robots. It's time to present what these bad boys are capable of, huh? I just need to find the remote. And where did I put it?
Я, кстати, твоих роботов знаешь, сколько уделал?
Is that normal?
Ага. Вот так вот я их удел.
It's just a
Тоннами.
prototype. No need to worry.
More will come.
What the hell are you talking about?
What was that?
All of you need to leave.
Вы нужно уходить. Вот это
What
да.
is happening?
Взять под контроль зал А. Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Нет, 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 нет. Прячься, 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 Робо.
Oh, there's plenty more coming.
Не
It's our
высовывай
flagship
башку
product,
нахрен.
after all,
Снесут
but I
ее
can't
сейчас.
do anything to control them without the remote. That's the whole point with the UEDs. The one who has the remote has control.
Потерял пульт. Какой
I
ты
lost the remote
балбес, а?
somewhere.
Тоже не директ.
Just keep shooting. I must remember where I put that damn thing.
Так, пойдем сюда. Возьмем стульчик. Сейчас мы с стульчиком... ни хрена себе! На него стул не действует. Он только на людей действует, что ли? Блин, я промахнулся! Ай-яй-яй, ай-яй-яй, чинись. Отходим в сторону. Так, что это было? Почему все замедленно? Я что-то прокачал, что ли? ППшка. Есть ППшка. Вот так вот вам. Да блин, этот еще здесь. Эти черти еще появились. Возьмем восстановительные заряды. Подождем брони. Сдохни! Ты тоже сдохни. Отлично. О, боевой дробовик берем. О, пулемет берем.
The entrance is through Hall C. I'll open the gate. Just clear the space. Doesn't work. Luckily, I'm the one who sold them this garbage, so I know what to do. Just destroy the fuse box, and the gate will open. Do it.
Ну что ж. Тут все запутано. Продолжим уже, думаю, в следующей части. Да. Я-то думал, финал уже близок, но финал пока что еще... Вот-вот уже близок, я чувствую. Развязка близко. Всем, кто смотрел, спасибо за просмотр. Подписывайтесь на канал. Увидимся в следующей части. Всем пока.